What's going on, everybody? Bulldog Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the driver's seat. This is vlog number 3 from the road. Today I don't want to talk about safety. Today I just want to talk about life in general as an over-the-road truck driver. A few things that are common, and this is clear across the board, between an owner-operator, lease operator, a company driver like myself, and the such, is we get bored. Going down the road. So I want to talk a little bit on how I entertain myself going down the road. A lot of it is talking to you guys, doing a video, a raw video going down the interstate, talking to you guys about what's going on, my thoughts on safety, and stuff like that. But other things that keep me entertained is watching traffic. I'm a traffic watcher. And one of the things that traffic watchers do, that was state pooper right there in the center. One of the things I do as a traffic watcher is I watch how other people drive. It makes me laugh on seeing how some people drive. You know, not everybody is a professional driver. And I'm not talking just about in a big truck. I'm talking about like the four-wheelers that are going by me. Not everybody's professional. They don't have the common courtesy. They don't have the beautiful cab over there, K100 sitting over in the rest stop right there. They don't have the brain capability of understanding 80,000 pounds of death hurtling down the highway at them. They haven't grasped the concept. Some have, some haven't. Most of the people I've ran across haven't. And my brain just hurts thinking about all the stupid stuff people do. And I'm not talking just four-wheelers. I'm talking about truck drivers in general. Everybody out here on the road. It just hurts my brain, because just looking down in 3/4 of the vehicles that have passed me on the left, and I can look down in and see this. I can see playing on the phone, watching shit on stuff on the phone, YouTube videos, doing this, doing that. You know, I see people doing that, and I look over in other semis that are going down the highway, and I see them doing that. They don't have a care in the world, and it just hurts my brain thinking about it, you know. But another way that I entertain myself is I have a circle of friends and family that I talk to. You know, that way I'm not just mind-numbing myself going down the highway, getting inside my brain, thinking about stuff that I shouldn't be. You know, or trying to solve all the world's problems. So I talk to these people. I talk to Witch and the kids in the evening time, when it's I don't want to say convenient, but it's not convenient. It's when we have time first thing in the morning. You know, me and Witch we get a chance to talk on the phone, and that's how we keep our brain from overthinking stuff. When I'm sitting at a truck stop, when I'm sitting at a shipper receiver, and I'm bumping the dock, how do I entertain myself? I have some games on my phone. I go back, I watch some of my YouTube videos. I go watch some other good content creators that are out here on the road. FSC Trucking, Steve Feschek, really cool, really informative on a lot of things that he talks about, and just it's like having a conversation with him without us answering him until we get into the comments. Just Trucking, really cool guy, really nice, smart owner operator that's out here on the highway. He runs a lot of the Southeast. He's very informative. He's a good one to watch and talk to, and if you want to know anything about owner operatorship, how he operates and keeps costs to where it's effective, to where he can afford to be an owner operator. He talks a lot about it. The load boards that he uses, the different apps that he uses for keeping an eye on fuel prices and where he can get the best bang for his buck when he buys fuel as an owner operator. I entertain myself with that. I watch Risky Clay. I watch a lot of his videos. Everybody knows that I'm really good friends through YouTube with him. We're on a personal level. We talk more than just about gaming. We talk about life in general. I talk to a lot of you guys through the Discord. More so here recently. That's how I entertain myself. I keep myself busy. I keep myself thinking on good facts. I entertain myself that way. I'm not bored. I'm not going down a deep dark rabbit hole thinking about thinking about stuff that I shouldn't be, getting myself depressed out here on the road. Which, I'm going to be honest, that was a lot of the reason why I come off the road 3 years ago. Which and I had conversation. I'd get off the road, and yeah, it was during the height of the pandemic. And I was having so bad a road rage. I'd be in my little hometown, going up 20 mile an hour speed zone on Main Street, what we call Main Street, or the Main Street north-south, and I get road rage, bad road rage. 14 miles away, go over to the grocery store. Yes, we have a grocery store in town, but they've monopolized prices. But going over to like the Walmart and doing grocery shopping, I would have severe road rage going down that highway. That, and I was getting depressed. In fact, I think I even talked about it once in a video, how I was getting depressed, jump over, because this box truck sped up. How I was getting depressed. Well, here we are 3 years later. I'm back behind the wheel, big truck going down the highway, and some of those deep thoughts trying to creep in. I was like, no, it ain't happening. I'm going to keep my head square while I'm out here doing that. Because when you don't have your head square, bad things happen. Like I was talking about the day before, about paying attention, understanding your surroundings, and all that, especially in adverse weather. You get into the depressing fit in your brain, you don't even think about that kind of stuff. Sorry about that. But you got to have a circle. You got to have ways to entertain yourself. You got to have ways to keep yourself from going inside yourself, inside your brain, and thinking about stuff that's going to get you into trouble. And that's how I do it. That's how I'm dealing with it now, because I have a clear. We reset my mind. Out here on the highway, I went from working a local job, I'm out here on the highway. I understand I'm doing this for financial benefits, and it's not for the love of the job, it's for the love of my family, to take care of my family. I'm making this big sacrifice being away 14 days, 17 days to take care of and provide for my family. But I'm not gonna let it, I'm not gonna dwell on it, I'm not gonna boo-hoo and cry about it. I'm going to take and make the most out of it. I'm going to take every mile that I go down the highway and make the most of it. Make myself understand, you know, there's happy times out here. There's funny times out here on the highway. Last night I was on the, case in point, last night I was out, I was parked at a truck stop, Brazil, Indiana, and I was on the phone with Witch. Now, mind you, they can't hear me. The drivers can't hear me, but she can. And I was just barking up, you know, why don't you do this? Why don't you do? They can't hear me. They're not going to do what I say because they can't hear me. Now, mind you, I can walk over and suggest to them, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? But they're not going to do it. So I laugh about it. I laugh at the fact that they're doing stuff that entertains me. You know, a case in point, what we were talking about, what I was griping about, fussing about, is this driver, he pulled around to make a parking spot, we call it creative parking. And he had a good 2 truck lengths between him and the truck in front of him. Now, mind you, would have I done that? No. What I would have done is I would have pulled over there. I would have got myself as far over to the right as possible to clear other trucks coming in and out of this truck stop. And I would have pulled up knowing that he's on his brake. I'm just now going on my brake. I don't know how long he's been on his brake, but I know that when I wake up in the morning, there's a good possibility he's going to be gone. I should be able to just pop out and go on down the highway. Worst case scenario, other driver's still there. Got out, did my one around, my pre-trip, checked my truck over, checked my trailer over, checked everything over, and I would have looked to see how much room I had between the guy behind me and myself. Did he nose all the way up to me, or do I have room to back up, swing out, and get around the guy in front of me? I was laughing about it because that's how I would have done it. I wouldn't have backed up where there was truck enough for, I would say, a good oversized or another full-length tractor trailer semi to park in there. I would have done it totally opposite, but you know, that's me. He's not me, I'm me. This is what I do. Why are you? You're in that lane. Just stay over there. But you know, and that's another thing that entertains me. No, I don't have. I'm not going to have road rage about it. I'm going to make it into a joke. He stepped on his brakes. He's over in that right-hand lane. It's not going to bother me. But I wonder why. Why did you step on your brakes? There's nothing directly in front of you. It's going down the highway. Mind your own business. Mind your P's and Q's and go. But, you know, exit coming up. Could be getting off right there. I don't know. That's his driving. I'm not driving his car. He's not driving my big truck. I'm driving my big truck. He's driving his car. I don't know what's on his mind. So we'll just go on down the highway. Do our thing. So those are things that I think about. It entertains me. I make a joke out of it. I don't dwell on it. and I go on about my night, my day, whatever I got to do. Alright, we'll clear him. Nobody's coming on, so I will jump back over in that far right-hand lane because I'm governed. I don't have chocolate. I don't have chocolate chip from Miller. It doesn't do 72 miles an hour coming out here like I used to when I was driving from Miller. So, now let me talk about the company that I went back to. Obviously, it's not Miller. It's not WFX. It's not Night Transportation. God, thank God it's not Stevens Transport. I went back to home, as I call it, to Frey Miller. So I'm back where I know people, I know how they run, I know how they operate. A few things have changed, but you know, change is good, changes for the better, and I'm getting used to what they've changed. There's not really much that changed other than the fact that a lot of the orientation, a lot of the safety aspect has changed, and life is good. I can contend with it because back when I drove for this company before, a lot of the things that the change that they've implemented that they do now is a lot of the things that I griped about and wanted to have change, and they finally did. So they implemented things that I was griping about, and now here I am 6 years later since I left there, back behind the wheel for them, putting their name out there, running down the road, pulling their loads, driving their equipment, and I feel like I'm back home. You know, I feel like the child that ran away from home, and now I'm back because I did. You know, I basically ran away from the company that has always put me first on most things, and after some bad juju that happened between, I won't get into it, some bad juju that happened, a lot of miscommunication, and I got a swelled head, swelled my pride up, didn't swallow it, I put it out front, and I went on down the road and I kicked rocks. Well, that was my mistake. If I would have swallowed my pride, kept a level head about the whole ordeal, had open communication from my side to the other side, I would have never left Frey Miller. I would have continued. I would have continued with what I was doing, and life would have been good. So here I am, 6 years later, back behind the wheel and cruising through the great state of Ohio. So, got a good chance that get a good chance that I might run into FSC Trucking and bend his ear, shake his hand, take a picture of Orwell, and have a good conversation and enjoy life. So, with that being said, y'all be safe, be cool. Remember, you're the pilot. You're the one that's behind the wheel when you're going down the highway. Don't get in somebody else's head and try to think what they're thinking. You're doing you. Take care of you. Entertain yourself. Don't get the deep, dark depressions about it. And enjoy life. You know, take care of number one. Number one is you and your family. So, with that being said, I'm going to jump off here. We're coming into Columbus, Ohio, and traffic is usually hectic and stupid around here. I'm going to pay attention to what's going on around me, and we'll catch you on the next one.